Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night. How's everyone's weekend? What has everybody been seeing and watching? Tell us some shows that you saw over the weekend. I had a weekend off of live gigs, but I did go to karaoke on the weekend, and no, I didn't sing. Nobody had to put up with that, but there were some fantastic singers, and it was a lot of fun. It was a superhero night, so there were lots of interesting costumes on the stage. Well, tonight, guys, we've got Route 33 joining us, so we might bring them into the room now and have a chat with them. Hey, how you going?
How you going?
Hello.
Good. Thank you for joining us.
No worries.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Well, guys, you guys have been pretty busy lately. A new single. Tell us a bit about it.
It's actually Trent wrote this one, called Kryptonite.
Yeah, so it's probably the rockiest. It's the second single off the second album, and I suppose it's the rockiest one of the album, I suppose. So it's an 11-track album, and there'll be one single after this, and that will drop with the album. So the first song was very, I suppose you'd call it that modern day country pop. You know, the Morgan Evans type sound, and this one's more I suppose encompassing what we grew up listening to, which is one, the country side of things, but also that 90s rock sound. So I suppose that's the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. How's it going for you? Have you did you chart with the song in the first week? How did that all go?
Yeah, we did. We got to number 2 on the iTunes chart. So we released the same day as Lee Kernaghan
knocked him off
with Will. So yeah, we knocked him off. It was good. That was a good fun thing. And we got to number 2 behind Dan and Shay with Tequila, which is obviously just going gangbusters, not only in Australia but around the world, and not only country but mainstream. So that was a good start. And I mean, our publicist and the team at Social Family have been pushing it to the radio stations, and we've been getting messages that it's being played all around the kind of country on different stations, from Kicks to Triple M to CMC. So it's been good.
It's fantastic. I've certainly heard it a lot on radio, actually, so it must be getting a lot of requests because you hear it quite regularly, which is brilliant.
Great to hear.
Yes. So tell us a bit about you guys. How did you meet?
It was actually through my brother originally. Trent and my brother used to play sport together when they were younger, and then just said, "Oh well, my brother plays guitar and you play the keys. You guys should hang out and have a jam." So it started early beginnings in sort of the pub scene, playing covers, etc. Out of Ipswich actually, and it sort of just grew from there. We've been doing it for 10 years, I think now.
Yeah, it's 10 years this year. So 2 years as an original band. So.
Yeah.
Wow. And how did the name come about?
So it's actually Coronation Drive here. It's a pretty sort of a main thoroughfare running from the city out to Ipswich. So Route 33 is sort of the Refidex name for it. It's called Coronation Drive, and it's actually going to be the title track for our album name. Sorry, on the second album it's called Coro Drive, but it's also reflects the Route 33 as well, and hence the name. And
Okay.
I guess it has those ties as well to a bit of the style of the American country music that we're playing as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Actually, it's really well thought of. So you guys, you're based in Queensland. Have you got any? Everyone's asking, have you got any tours coming up around the country? I know you've got a festival coming up in November. I think you're playing at the Hometown Festival. Is that right?
Yeah, Hometown Fest. That's going to be actually really big. That's obviously the inaugural year of it, and without giving too much away, it's a pretty unbelievable lineup.
Yeah.
So obviously we got a gig as one of the, I suppose, from the hometown heroes, based on being from Brisbane, and obviously this backdrop behind us, the Story Bridge, is actually the emblem for the festival. So we can't wait to do that. But as far as festivals go, as far as touring goes, we're heading over to America in Nashville and roundabouts in May and June.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and we've got obviously regular gigs around this area. So we're looking at doing, obviously talking in line with our publicist, we're looking at probably doing something when we return which will be in line with the album release. So that'll be around the July, August. So obviously we'll get the American side of things out of the way, come back, look at release of that third single off the album, and then look at the tour there, because it's around Gympie Mustard time, and obviously a few big race days, etc., that we do around here, Warwick Rodeo, Roma Cup. So we'll try to tie something in with that and try to potentially finish it off with the Hometown Fest thing in November 23, 24. So it's in the works. So yeah, we'll try to get around the country as much as we can. Absolutely.
Wonderful. I guess that's where people have got to come in. If they want you at a festival, they need to request it. Push to get you guys there.
Definitely.
If any of you have any questions, pop them up and I'll read them out or pop them on the screen for you.
I want to know what superhero costume you're wearing at karaoke.
Well, did you see that? Oh, I wore my mum's underwear. It was sort of last minute, and I went as Super Danny. I had a cape which had Super Danny on it, and I was getting dressed, and I thought I'll just wear my undies on the outside of my trousers, but they didn't fit. So it was an hour before I had to be there, and I rang my mum and I said, "Can I borrow a pair of your undies?"
Did she ask questions or just give them to you?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, she's fairly used to my strange requests. She just said okay. So I went out there, and she had some really fantastic undies that I don't know who would ever wear them, that sort of came up, if I pulled them all up, they came up to my chin, and I said, no, I don't want them. And I went through her drawer and I found this lovely pair of leopard skin underwear. So I wore my mum's.
There you go.
It was great. Yes, everybody else had fantastic costumes, and I had to walk through town because I couldn't get a car park, so I had to by myself at 8:30 at night walk through town and wearing a pair of underwears and a cape that said Super Danny.
Just standard Saturday night, really. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I was just good. The night's going fantastic. Surprisingly, I avoided most photos, but apparently there are a few around. Oh dear, my mum's gonna love that if she watches later on. She'll just love me for that one. Just to pay back, really. But hi, Joe. How you going? He's written on his Super Danny. Listen, Joe, I've got just as many stories on you, so don't start me. Yes. So, well, anyways, getting back to something a bit more not me. So you guys started out with your first album in 2017. Was The Switch? Is that still available for people? Can they still order that?
Yeah, you sure can. Either jump on our website or obviously on iTunes, Spotify, and all that sort of stuff. That sort of ties in. I was just mentioning it with the Route 33 and Ipswich. The Switch is actually the nickname for Ipswich out there, which is our first gig. So I guess we're trying to run that theme, touch base on the question earlier in regards to Route 33 and the name where it came from. So.
Yep. Okay. So you've really stuck to your theme, haven't you? You've really sort of. Have you?
Our roots.
Yeah. Wow. So all the songs on the album, have you written the new album? Are they all written by you guys, or?
Yeah, I mean the process of how we generally do it, whether it's this album or obviously the last album, everything is listed as co-written between both of us, but that's generally not the case. What would happen, like Kryptonite, is I'd write that song, or Jock wrote Meet Me at the Water, or whatever the song is, and we'll come with basically a 90% finished song, and there might just be a few changes that the other person will put to it, or the other guys in our band will go through some rhythmic stuff and little things that they'll change, but generally we'll come with a 90% finished song. So we haven't got the art of co-writing down yet.
No.
But hopefully we can do that in the near future. But we usually, it's once you get on a roll, I think we find that songs just come out. Every song
Yeah.
I've written that's ended up on an album's been a 10 or 15 minute write. It hasn't been a 2
Wow.
or 3 or 4 day thing. It just,
Yeah.
the concept comes, the chord progression comes, and you end up with something at the end of 15 minutes, and it might get minor changes from the other person, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, very similar here as well, same process.
Yeah. Have you guys always written, or is that something that you've just sort of developed later and as you've sort of grown?
I wrote younger. They were more just like piss take songs, to be honest, for mates and parties and stuff. I did been in a band during school and stuff like that briefly, and we wrote a bit there, but not really, to be honest, not seriously.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
It was after that we went for a trip to Nashville in 2016.
Yeah.
To be honest, it feels funny because you listen to different interviews and artists talk about when they wrote when they were 8 and 9 and 10 and they've written 1,000 songs. I think Last First Kiss, which was the first single off our first album, was about the third song I'd ever written. So
wow.
it kind of worked. And then Good Time, which is also on that album, was about the fourth or fifth. So, yeah, I don't know, just something we always kind of teetered with, but we really got serious about in 2016 kind of thing, and released the album in 2017. I think the naivety was bliss as well.
Yeah,
with the first album. Not bad. I know there's a lot of writers. I mean, amazing writers like Jared Porter and Mick Lindsay and those kind of guys. I know they're so critical on themselves to the point that they're probably not releasing things that are release worthy, are commercial radio worthy. They look at it, critique, and go, no, putting that in the bin, it's not worth releasing. Whereas we didn't know what was good or bad, so we just released it.
Sounds all right.
And it kind of went all right. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So it's nice to hear different stories and how people come about, because it sort of gives people that are starting later that bit of, you still can do it, because everyone hears stories of people that have started when they were really young. Andrew has written, "Hi Trent, you're looking like a country music star."
I came straight from training, and I forgot other clothes, so I get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could have lent you some. You could have just rang my mum. She'd have fixed you up.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you ever come to Tassie and you've forgotten your clothes, just give her a call. I'll sort you out. Would you be the first person to do that, artist-wise? Believe me. Oh, yeah. No. So, if you're heading to America? What are you doing over there? Have you got a plan for over there, or sort of?
It did a lot of meet and greet type stuff. The people that are behind the Hometown Festival, they're doing a lot of filming stuff over there with different artists that potentially be on the lineup. Can't say too much, but they'll be over there doing that, and we'll get involved in that. Potentially looking at a few gigs at like the Listening Room Cafe and different places like that. So a lot of a networking thing as well. There's a lot of Aussies over there at that time. We know Dano from Viper Creek will be there, and Troy Kemp, and the Dozzy Girls are based over there. Mick Lindsay will be over there. So it's a good time to be over there, make some more connections, meet some songwriters, because I think we need to explore that option, and obviously look at doing some gigs while we're over there. It's more a networking type trip.
Yes, yep. So you can do bit of both. Well, would you guys like to do a song for us?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, showing off with a new single, maybe Crypto.
Yeah. I think the new single would be definitely the way to go. I will get myself out of the picture and let you guys have the room.
Thank you very much.
Too easy.
Small town rebel, preacher's daughter, life of the party when the sun goes down. She cleanses sins with holy water. She keeps guessing till there ain't no doubt that it's shoes and shoes. She ain't never gonna lose. She's got the power and it's waving in the long hair. She'll wrap you up in everything you got. Look cute, but the fire the bar and drinks from bottles. She works telling every bar till it closes. She'll keep you going for an after party, and every touch she just lets you know that you in your shoes. But she ain't ever gonna lose. She got the power and it's waving in the long hair. She wraps you up in everything you got. Look at you, but the fire in her long hair. Superman, she's kryptonite. She'll leave you rest, but she's standing in the shadow. Come up forever, but just don't come. The rain line, but some moment in the shadows. Superman, she's kryptonite. In your shoes, but she ain't ever gonna lose. She's got the power and it's waving in her long hair. Wraps you up in everything you got. Look at you, but the fire in her long stare. Superman, she's kryptonite. She's got the power and it's waving in her long hair. She wraps you up in everything you got. Look pure, but the fire in the long stay. Superman, she's kryptonite. She'll leave you rest, but standing in the shadow. Come up for air, but just don't come. The rain line, but some more with their shadows. Superman, she's kryptonite. Kryptonite, yeah, yeah. Kryptonite. Kryptonite, yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. There's a lot of people in the room saying new single's fantastic. Glenda and Brendan. So thank you. It's brilliant.
No worries at all.
We've got a few comments. I can't see them all because they have scrolled through quite quickly, but Brendan said the new single is awesome.
Thanks,
And
Brendan.
Robert has asked, and Glenda says hi. And Robert has asked, have you got any Central Queensland gigs coming up later in the year?
Close to Roma, wouldn't it?
I think the closest, will potentially be Rome. We've been speaking a few years to the Mount Isa rodeo, but we haven't been able to line up anything as such. We will try to get up in that, because we've spoken about getting up towards that way.
Yeah.
Been hit up to do stuff up in Hewenden and different places like that. I suppose that's what you call in Central Queensland. Last year we did a fair few, we did Beef Week in Rockhampton and a few other things. So we're hoping to get back up there. We just got to obviously line it all up, but we're definitely trying to cover most of Queensland if we can. Absolutely.
That's fantastic. And I guess, there's so many options up there. So Robert, have to keep an eye on their website and see when they get back from America.
We'll keep it all updated on Facebook and Instagram and all of that stuff. Absolutely.
Yes. So if you haven't already, jump over and like their Facebook page, Route 33, and keep an eye on that. You might, hopefully when they're in America, they'll post some photos and we'll get to see a bit of that too for those of us that can't make it. That would be fantastic. Yeah, Robert's in the Roma area. That's what I thought. Robert, what else have we got? We've got a message here from, why can't I say that? Josh. Josh here said, since when does Jock do interviews with his top on?
That's a fair call, Josh. That is absolutely fair call. I made him put one on about 10 minutes before we came on.
Well, look at your view. Everyone can, if you can see out, surely they can all see in.
Exactly.
I want to stay living here. Yeah.
You wouldn't be wearing that down. You wouldn't be going without your top down here. It's freezing at the moment. Absolutely freezing.
I need some of that. It's pretty scorching up here at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, still. Oh,
30,
lucky.
36 today, 37.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was top of. Wow, we had a top of 16 and 80-kilometre winds. So
yeah, you can
keep that. We'll keep this.
And on the weekend it was beautiful. So you just can't win down here. We had all night we had storms. So the rain was great, but the wind and the cold wasn't. So why country music for you guys? I know you said you sort of grown up with country in your background. Is that why you stuck to the country music genre, or?
Yeah, I grew up in Kingaroy originally, which is about 3 hours outside of Brizzy.
Yep.
And my old man's from Longreach originally. Mum's from Blackall, so I guess they've always had country in their roots. Grew up with the John Williamsons and the Lee Kernigans and that sort of stuff, and road tripping while we were young to blasting country music to the old tape cassette players and stuff. I guess, and it's just from that, obviously that influence. Growing up listening to that stuff, it's always going to ring true and be there. And I grew up listening to Garth Brooks, and I guess the modern country to what was the old John Williams and stuff. So I guess, and it's just a hybrid. Then obviously you go through high school up here and you pick up the 90s, like Trent was saying earlier, and that's what I guess what we're trying to capture is just the both of those together. And at the moment, like it's just I guess it's a bit of a blessing that it's cool to be country, especially up here at the moment. There's been such a big following at the moment with country music, which is great to see. And used to be a little bit on the outer when you listen to Garth Brooks and that kind of country back in the day, and now everybody seems to be tuning in. And you look at CMC Rocks and stuff here; they're selling it out within the day, and all the country music shows that are popping up around the country just shows that everybody's jumping aboard with country music at the moment. It's great to see, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I agree with that. Another incriminating thing on myself. Last week I was taken to see Magic Men, and so just incriminate myself. But as I got there were hundreds of girls there, and they were playing country music in town, and everyone knew the words. I was really impressed, and that's Australian.
Boys that went across to Vegas and everything, yeah? They're like the naked musicians, magicians. Is that the one?
No, they're not musicians. They didn't have any instruments like that. No.
No, they're just strippers.
Straight strippers.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not the naked magicians. It's a strip. It's a male.
They don't go all the way.
No, we're not judging.
Really incriminating myself tonight. It's not me. It's not my mum. It's me. Oh dear. But yes, they were all the girls were there. I was the only one sitting at the thing going, "Is it time to go home yet?" Halfway through, and I'm like, it was very bad. But they said they came up, they served food. I was really excited because once I found out there was food, I was happy. But one of the fellas come up to us and said, "Oh, are you ladies really excited to be here?" And I'm like, "Well, I am now. There's food." Oh well, someone had to be different. But yes, they were all playing. I couldn't believe it. I walked in and we were at the Harley Davidson place, and they're playing country music, and everyone was singing along, and they were all a lot younger than me, and it was really cool. It was Australian country music that they were playing. I thought that's really cool. So
that's great. Yeah, well, you see hear it in Woolies and stuff like that these days.
Coles Radio and that, they're embracing, your Casey Barneses, the Wolf Brothers, the guys that we're just talking about off air. They're all getting played on those kind of things, which is great to see. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Brett has asked, have you got any gigs coming up in Brisbane for the June long weekend? Well, that'll be close to when you're away.
June long weekend. We will be away, June.
You have the long weekend then as well, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got a few Johnny Ringo's gigs coming up, but which is Johnny Ringo's for people who aren't in Brisbane, it's turned pretty famous everywhere now.
Yeah.
But it's basically Brisbane's version of a country bar. There's the Bucking Bull and the whole box and dice. It's got best way to describe probably a Coyote Ugly feel.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, so we try to play there once every 6 or 8 weeks. Obviously, we're pretty busy, but we try to fit it in, and I think we're playing there in the next few weeks.
Yep.
So we'll play there twice before I think we're playing the May long weekend there.
Yeah.
Not the June long weekend. I think we're playing May long weekend. Is June even a long weekend?
I'm not sure.
Don't know. Anyway, we're playing May long weekend.
We don't have a long weekend in May, I don't think.
So we'll be playing those two. And we've got a lot of private gigs at the moment. So the ones to catch that are probably the Johnny Ringos around Brisbane, absolutely.
There you go, Brett. Maybe you should just plan your trip to Brisbane around the gig at Johnny Ringo's, and then you won't miss out.
Yeah, absolutely. Do that.
It's an experience.
I don't know whether you guys get the long weekend we do, but I'm pretty sure we don't get one in May. I'm pretty sure that's not one for down here because I know he's from down here. So Yes, well, we've actually already, I don't know how the time goes. Monday nights, the half an hour goes so quickly, and we've actually just about hit 30 minutes. So, guys, have you got any questions you want to throw up? Or have you guys got anything you want to tell us? Have you got any merchandise that they can purchase through your website or CDs or?
Yeah, so we're actually working on merchandise now because we sold out of, basically, we had hats, we had coaster, stubby coolers and stuff like that. So we're just getting our next round of stuff to be ready with the album release. So we're looking at some shirts, we're looking at another set of hats because hats went really well. And we're also looking at some budgie smugglers as well. Okay? So I don't know about other states, but now everyone thinks it's cool to be in Dick Togs. So we're gonna
probably not in Tassie.
Probably not in Tassie. Just
leather print undies and
just their mum's undies. But we're gonna get some Route 33 Dick Togs made up. So budgie smugglers, but we just want to do something a bit different, and we know how successful Viper Creek's G-strings were. He said no one bought shirts and everyone bought G-strings. So we're going to run with that. And
buy yours.
Hey, I still wear mine. Yeah. So we'll get those, and we'll keep it updated on Instagram, Facebook in the next 6 or 8 weeks. We should have that ready to go. Jock will be modelling for you. So.
Yeah, no worries. Well, if you need, if you need any advice on underwear, I'll just give your mum's number. She'll sort you out. I'm sure she'll help. Just ask her, It's better than wearing my stepdad's, so that was my other option. She did offer, no. Thanks. There's no long weekend in June. Thanks, Brendan. So there you go. You guys don't get that one. What? Why don't you get that? Isn't that the Queen's birthday weekend or something, the June one? I don't know.
The Queen's birthday weekend is May for us, and then we got another one in October.
Weird. Oh, okay.
She's
a lot older than we think because she must age quicker than all the rest of us. Sometimes money doesn't get you anything. She's still driving. She doesn't need a license. It's even better. You can't lose it.
It's all the whiskey.
That's all the whiskey. That's right. Well, she doesn't have to worry. She's got no license to lose, so she can have as much whiskey as she wants. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We would love it if you would join us again when you get back and release the album. If you wanted to jump on the week of release, we could maybe do a bit of a listen to the album and show everybody.
The last singles are due out with Sarah McLeod out of the Super Jesus, so hopefully we can potentially line something up there with that. So we're trying to get her up here for release week, so maybe we can line something up with that.
That would be awesome. Even if we had to do it on a different night, we could always do an extra. So that's not a problem at all.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining us. I think I'm going to say it off the top of my head because I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I'm pretty sure we've got Liam Kennedy Clark joining us next Monday for a chat. So next Monday at 8 o'clock my time, and for those of you in Queensland, it still won't be daylight savings down here, so it'll be 7 o'clock your time. And the rest of you might just have to look it up because I've got no idea. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you when you get back from America.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.